got a face like a thundercloud.
Hey, Ray. Change your... Come for that beer after all, eh? Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't it?
Since when do I...
The fire and... won't fix like... Well, but we still got Olvin grading the... If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. I never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Carja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talland. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by. Convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
So the Bristlebacks in the Daunt.
You're a pig. Blasted things, those Bristlebacks. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a Ford. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Olvin's plans. Now, if only there were some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could Bristlebacks in the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the Bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Carja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
About that. I think the found machine pens on the other side of... Some of them fell into an underground tunnel. It might have led out to the Daunt.
To knock the rebels?
I don't think so. It looked like an accident.
Well, thank the Forge for that.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Carja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Carja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except to play prey and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking it?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law-breaking.
So about Olvind.
Around here, everything's about Olvind.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Carja land, and that's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Talon making it rough.
This Talon guy might still be in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
Why not sit down for a game of strike?
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled.
And if you refuse?
I make meals, no trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might, until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile. If you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way, assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Already got enough meat and bitter leaf. Just need to grab a metal panel from the front of it.
It's you. The machine hunter that bailed out the Carja.
Never heard it put that way before.
What do you want?
Heard you've been hassling refugees up by the cliffs.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. There's salvage up there. A Stormbird. Nailed it myself with the harpoon here in town. Not an easy shot if I do say so myself. It clipped its wing. And it crashed into the old tower up there. Killed it quick. Yeah, so if anyone's hassling anyone, it's the Shadow Carja filth that's blocking the way up to my claim.
And you're ready to crack some skulls to get to it?
No need. It's a raggedy bunch. Probably all starved before I have to lift a finger.
We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, we will, won't we? Now shop's closed to Carja lovers. On your blasted way.
Watch your back out here. Donk's a dangerous place.
Shadow Karjar taking a beat. Oh, that's a
Those
nasty
people are under attack. Hey! You up there! Aren't you gonna help?
Not my job. I'm just here to keep an eye on things for
I can
change.
get it from my stash.
More machines on their way.
Get to safety! I'll handle the rest!
Go, Lakasha! I'll help the Nora!
That's the last of them. Better check on the refugees.
Lie still.
Is it bad, Lakasha?
Shh, now. Everything will be fine.
Is everyone okay?
Bruised, but not buried. Our order will live to see another day.
Are you sure about that?
We're no strangers to hardship, Nora. We've crossed half the Sundom with no more than the clothes on our backs, and as soon as our Sun Priest returns, our path will be clear.
Well, you're better off waiting somewhere else.
Your chain scrape. Yes. We know of it. Savohar says it's not suitable for us.
Who?
Our Sun Priest. Our order has made it this far thanks to his guiding light.
Okay, and where is this Savohar?
He went up to the tower to meditate 3 days ago, and he won't come down until the sun shows him the way to our new... The fallen storm bird is an omen, he said.
I see. And how long do you plan on waiting for him?
Until he returns. He will return. He must.
You're Shadow Karja, aren't you?
We are the Order of Twilight.
The difference being...
When the usurper Avad killed his father, we fled with the Karja in shadow to Sunfall. Our lives there were... Savo lifted us up, protected us from the corrupt priests and heartless kestrels. When the long night ends, and the setting sun will lead us to... And so he named us the Order of Twilight. We journeyed west in search of a better life.
Why didn't you go back to Meridian?
Avad is a patricide. We will not kneel to the likes of... We must walk in twilight to our new home. Savohar will lead us there.
Uh-huh. There's an Oseram and Chainscrape, Tolland. He wants the Stormbird up there.
Yes. He was here just yesterday. A very unpleasant man. Even by Oseram's stand, he made all manner of threats.
That's all well and good, but he's got friends. Sooner or later, his whole gang...
Savohar will come through. He always does. We just need to give him more time.
You're out of time, Lakasha. You need to consider packing up and...
We won't leave him. And we won't let others disrupt his meditation.
Well, they're going to try. Your priest, Savohar. You said he's been up there 3 days?
His meditation can't be rushed.
So he does this often? Meditating for days on end?
Well, it doesn't usually take this long, but he will guide us through.
Sure. But shelter looks like a more pressing concern. Look at yourselves. Those machines nearly wiped you out. And Oseram thugs are watching you, just waiting to strike. You're in danger here. You need to grab Savohar and get out.
Our situation... This is the worst we've endured. I know we cannot stay here, but without Savohar to guide us...
Let me up there. And I'll convince him it's time to move.
But his meditation... If he hasn't received his vision, he won't follow.
At least let me check on him. If he's been up there for days...
Yes. Yes, that is sensible, I suppose. Please, Be careful. The trail up to the tower's falling apart. Savohar is strong, but it could not have been an easy climb.
It rarely is.
Let the Nora pass.
I should climb that. Looks like I should head up. Part of the ladder. Akasha was right. The trail's in bad shape. I think I can reach those beams if I jump against the cliff. Okay, now how to climb higher. Ladder must have broken off after Savohar passed through. I need to find another way up. Gemstone. It's green like blaze, but it's hard and shiny. I wonder if merchants would be interested. Broken bridge. I might be able to make the jump to the other side. That's a lot of blood. Savohar's? He must have hurt himself pretty bad getting over the bridge. It's not looking good. Looks like he left a trail. There's the Stormbird. Getting closer. Machines. Savohar must have snuck past them. I could probably slip past them. Or take them out. That's all of them. There's Savohar. In pretty bad shape.
Sun above me. The true sun above me.
You must be so...
No. No.
You don't need a vision. You need medical attention. On the way up, I saw parts of the trail had given way. Is that how you hurt yourself?
My pain. All part.
You're staring at the Stormbird.
You don't understand me. I just need to see the...
Listen. Lakasha is doing the best she can down there, but... machine attacks, angry Oseram. The Order is scared, Savohar.
The last rays of Eventide.
I don't think so. What do you think's gonna happen here? If you sit long enough, the sun will show you something?
The path to a new home.
Or some Oseram shot it, and it hit an old tower. Look, I think you punctured a lung. You can't heal it with prayer.
The sun will...
I'd be more concerned about losing blood. Your people are worried about you. Purity.
The true sun above me. The true sun before me.
I think you've been staring at your salvation this whole time. Gotta get over to that Stormbird. Grab its heart.
The true sun before me. Show me the way. This Eventide.
Stormbird heart is valuable. Enough to feed all the refugees waiting below. And his answer is sunstroke and a prayer? Why does every priest I meet think blind faith is the answer to everything? The Osram that was watching the refugees probably went to get Tolland. I gotta get them out of here before he comes back. There. The Order should be able to afford shelter with this heart. Some food and a change of clothes wouldn't hurt either.
Savahar? How you holding up?
I need to get back over there. Savar? I guess you did the best you could. Rest easy now. I'll make sure your people are safe. I should let Lakasha know. And give her the Stormbird heart.
Don't make this difficult. Get out of the way.
There's Tolland with his thugs.
I'm a generous gent. So I'll give you one more chance to make it easy on yourselves and clear out.
We won't let you pass, Oseram. If you choose bloodshed, that's on your conscience.
Ain't it just like the Carja to make things harder than they have to be? Okay, boys. You heard her. Get your consciences ready.
Hold on now, Tolland.
You again? Listen, I'm all out of patience here. I clipped that Stormbird's wings. The salvage is mine. I don't care who gets in my way. Nora Savages or Shadow Carja.
Well, from what I hear, the law says that whoever gets the salvage first keeps it. Which in this case is me. Am I right?
You took the heart? I shot that Stormbird! Me!
Am I right?
She's right, boss.
Blasted love, shut up! Okay. You win. Hey, I'm doing fine. I don't need that salvage anyhow. But these people need all the help they can get. Come on, boys. I need a drink.
Aloy, again.
You're welcome. Now take this heart. Use it to buy food, clothes, shelter, maybe even land to build a new home.
This is...
No, I'm sorry, Lakasha. Sava, I know it's hard. Go to Chainscrape. Talk to the forge woman there, Petra. She'll look after you and your people until you...
I'll do my best, Aloy. Here. Please accept this. It is modest, but I hope it helps in some small way. To Chainscrape, then.
Savior! Over here! Savior, thank you for taking the time, and my condolences that you had to endure Ulvin's blue...
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Carja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned...
Maybe not for long. I found some pens on the other side. Noct rebels were keeping machines. A sinkhole had dropped some of... Might have led them out to the Daunt.
Perhaps. That area does have a series of underground tunnels that run. And the first reported sighting of the bristlebacks was west of the quarry near the mountains. If you can confirm that's where they came from, I'd be willing to offer a considerable...
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Ossor. Only the portions, mind you, that produce...
Let me guess.
Exactly. With the Daunt under Ossoram law, he could secure more investment for...
He can't get those in...
No. Hence, and... for the bristle... No matter how absurd...
How did you...
I asked for the... overseeing the... It was...
But your job would like Ulvund, Black...
Ulvund's not. He's been around... Well, fine. I have to.
I need to go.
Of course.
Dead bristleback by the falls. Go check it out. Parts of it have been tampered with. It must have been from the rebels' override. Looks like it died on impact. Maybe it charged off the cliff up there. I better keep following the trail up. An old mine. And a lot of broken trees. It's like a stampede went through. So if the bristlebacks fell into the sinkhole outside the Daunt, maybe some tunnels led them here? I better take a look inside. The old cart tracks collapsed. It looks recent. Guess I'm not going that way. I can grab this from my stash later. There's smoke from deeper in the mine. Unexploded bristlebacks. So they did come through here. They must have gotten trapped. I'm gonna have to take them out before I can look around. Better take a look at where the smoke's coming from. There's a lot of smoke. Looks like the mine runs pretty far back. There's a dead end. Bristlebacks must have collapsed these tracks too. Blaze here to blast a mountain open. And there's a note on one of the barrels. This note's addressed to Olvend. Looks like this mine was supposed to be shut down. They must have gotten through the blasting deeper into the mountain. I should let Javad know what I found. So Olvend was secretly blasting in the mine, trying to squeeze it for all it's worth. One of those explosions must have caused the sinkhole, right under Rickall's machine pens. And the Bristlebacks stampeded through the tunnels, and emerged in the Daunt. All this time, Olvend's been trying to pressure the Carja into signing a concession decree. I'm blaming them for this. I need to get off this thing and walk.
How many times it'll blow? I'm sorry, I'll be right with you. Okay, I'm not.
It's a weapon!
Not if it blows the users. So,
Actually,
But you just know.
I got it! Ba-boom! Maybe I am.
Then how? Yeah.
Are you two?
Nah, Dad's in search of.
Sounds like.
Let's just isn't.
So
my wasn't
in.
Ba-boom! And precious.
Huh. Tell me more.
So had its effect, but and I'm whereas I can use machine boomer, namely with boomsticks.
Why not?
That I need the part. Well, first charger. Otherwise, there's a you.
You have a deal. I know how the Bristlebacks got into the Dawn.
What?
Ulvin's workers were doing some blasting in the mine west of the core. Looks like they were trying to open up some of the tunnel.
For the love of Dawn, I told him it wasn't worth the risk. Those tunnels run for miles underground, even beyond the... You're not suggesting...
I also found some pens on the other side of the mountain where Tenakth rebels were keeping machines. Ulvin's explosives opened up a sinkhole, dropping them into the tunnels.
Which they followed to the mine and out into the Dawn.
Right.
Summoned like a blasted ale winch. You best be meaning to put pen to parchment. What? Why's she here?
I live here too, lugnut. So what's this about?
Thanks to the Savior, the sun has shown the truth on the Bristleback incursion. Tenakth rebels were keeping pens of machines on the other side of the mountains. A sinkhole swallowed them, releasing them into the underground tunnels that led east and out into the Daunt.
So it was an accident. But let us not forget that it was the Carja...
I'm not done. The sinkhole only formed due to your unauthorized blasting in the southern mine, Ulvund. You are responsible for the machine rampage, the workers we lost, the destruction the Bristlebacks caused. All of it.
My dear magistrate, has your precious son baked your senses? I would never give such an order without first consulting you.
Evidence says otherwise. Aloy found the shipping manifest in the mine. You skirted the laws of the Sundom, Ulvund. All for a few extra shards.
And you almost drowned your other miners. And sent that oversized tool over there to intimidate a bunch of refugees.
I demand an official investigation. I won't be the victim of some Carja scheme.
Certainly. We'll conduct a thorough inquest into everything. The Bristlebacks, the mine, the refugees. Every business deal you ever put your name to.
Well, that's not necessary, is it? What if I just return to the claim?
Oh, well, that would save the Crown the cost.
Of course. I'll be on my way as soon as I wrap up some previous commitments, tie up some loose ends. After all, the welfare of Chainscrape's people in a transition like this...
Nope, you're leaving right now. Chainscrape will be just fine.
You think she can run this scorched-out forge dump? Ha! Knock yourself out.
Get out!
Oh, don't want you, don't need
Down with
Get off me!
Mud looks good on you, Ulvund.
As the sun burns away shadow. Thank you for that, Aloy.
Oh, he had it coming.
Here, please accept this token of gratitude. You've done the Sundom and my sanity a great service. And I believe we have some matters to discuss.
Guess we do. Not the most pleasant boots to fill, but I'll wear them. All thanks to you, Flamehair.
Okay. Chainscrape will be better off with Petra in charge.
gone for good. Never thought I'd see the day. Here, you're the rowdy spark we should be thanking for kicking Olvin out of the forge.
Petra mentioned you were trouble, and trouble's always welcome at my shop. Take a look. Won't find weapons like these anywhere in the Dawn. Guaranteed. See you when I see you, Red.
Maybe this guy will fix my lucky hammer by then.
Maybe it'll stop breaking, too.
Pleasant day to you.
You look like someone you need.
Ignoring me again?
Got somewhere to be. Sorry.
With Ulvin gone, there'll be less trouble all around.
Does that mean you'll have time to fix my lucky hammer?
Again?
Savior, you're my last hope.
Conover. She's Meridian's savior, not you.
It's just Aloy.
Please, no one will listen. But the Eclipse... they're here in the Daunt.
Really, Conover? Aloy's the one that defeated them.
Some of them must have fled west after the battle at the Elite. I saw one of our sentries, Lorovic, sneaking off to meet with one. I tried to eavesdrop, but they spotted me. And then Lorovic tried to kill me. I... fought back.
Unfortunately, there's no hard evidence that connects Lorovic to the Eclipse. And since Conover doesn't deny killing his fellow soldier, Nozar sentenced him to death.
What makes you so sure Lorovic was working with the Eclipse?
Well, I was too far to hear everything. But I heard them both say the word Eclipse.
It's not the most outlandish claim I've heard, but it's up there.
Crying Eclipse is a convenient way to dodge a death sentence.
If I have to die, so be it. But if we ignore this threat, others are going to die too.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Weeks ago, during a shift change, some trespassers slipped through the gate. By the time anyone noticed, they were halfway out the canyon. Nozar didn't see the need to give chase. Let the Tenakth take care of them, he said.
Nozar wasn't one to be sidetracked. Sunrest. He tightened up the patrol, reprimanded the sentries, and
But I couldn't stop thinking about it. Meaning, someone left it open on purpose. And Lorovic, well, he's always grumbling about officers. But on this, he was too quiet. And after the incident, he started acting... So when I spotted him sneaking out of the barracks after, I found him arguing with a stranger. And when Lorovic mentioned the Eclipse, I tried getting closer, but the stranger took off, and Lorovic lunged at me with his instincts took over. Sentries heard the scuffle and found me.
Why don't you believe him?
We combed the woods. Searched Larovic's bunk. Searched it again. Didn't find anything. Look, Conover's a good man. I don't believe he murdered Larovic in cold blood. But Nozar only listened to facts. And those who remain follow his example. And that fact is, Conover killed his fellow sentry. He doesn't deny it, right?
No, but more Eclipse are out there.
And considering there's no evidence backing up this Eclipse story, well, we can't question a dead man. But hey, if you find a bunch of Eclipse soldiers hatching an evil plot in the woods, please do let us know.
The meeting you witnessed. Did you hear anything else about their plans?
No. But the clearing where they met is just east of here, across the river.
A dozen soldiers have already searched it, Conover. There's nothing there.
I can see things others can't. If the Eclipse are in the Daunt, I'll find them.
Thank you, Aloy. Sun bless your search.
Don't get your hopes up, soldier.